Kirtan he do just now, so we could do that every day. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
together and close our eyes as we join in prayer in this occasion of Pitri Paksha. We dedicate our prayer to Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Shri Ganeshaya Namaha, Shri Saraswatya Namaha, Shri Guru Charan Kamale Yo Namo Namaha, Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Nirvighnan Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Sarvamangal Mangale Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trayambake Gauri Narayani Namostute. Om Trayambakam Yajamare Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiv Bandhanam Mrityurmokshe Mamritat. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Brahmane Namah. Om Anuracham Saraswate Namah. Om Mahalakshmi Mataya Namah. Om Bhurvasvaha Tatsavidurvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Namah Prachodayat. We pray to you, Bhagavan, in the form of Bhagavan Shri Krishna, that one who quenches all devotees' desires. We pray to you for guidance and protection. We chant your mantra. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Keshavam Pundarikaksham Madhavam Madhusudanam Rukmini Sahitam Devam Vishwaram Mukam Karoti Vacharam Pangam Langayate Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramananda Madhavam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bolo Vendravati Haridar ki Jai. Before we attend to this course, we join in bhajan. उद्धार करो भगवान हरि शरण परे. उद्धार करो भगवान हरि शरण परे. शरण परे शरण परे शरण परे शरण परे. उद्धार करो भगवान हरि शरण परे. As we are in the time of Pitri Paksha, it is only right that we read from the Garud Puran, where Garud is the Vahana, the vehicle of Bhagavan Sri Vishnu. He is the king of the birds. And he's like half man, half bird. And Garud is asking questions of Bhagavan Sri Vishnu. And Bhagavan Sri Vishnu is answering them in Garud Puran. And Garud is asking, what happens if someone does not do Shraddha for their departed ones? When they pass away, when they depart this world, when they die, if they do not do the Shraddha that is prescribed, the rites in Sanatana Dharma, what happens? And Bhagavan Shri Vishnu, it says in the first verse, Shri Vishnu Aham Devatayamyadya Sarvadam Paramabhudam Satakastasya Charite Rastapanyam Santanta kasya pretaitu dupa dhapanaya vaiya. Says, now I shall tell you a wonderful dialogue between Santapan and ghosts, bhoot, pisach. Viprasantapta kaha kanchita tapasada di ilvashava sansara saradam gyatva rangye deva chachara. There was a Brahman by the name of Santapan whose sins had been destroyed by his penance. He did penance and all his sins washed away. Tapasya. And knowing the futility of the world, he left home and he went into the forest. So he's giving up all attachments. He did great tapasya to Bhagwan and he's giving up all attachments now and he's going into the forest. And whenever he saw sages and saints and sages and all these different things, he bowed to them with respect. But once it says he went on a pilgrimage, and though he controlled his outer senses and acted in the prescribed way, he was still dragged by the organs and he slipped on his path. In the morning while he was taking bath, he opened his eyes and he looked around and he saw a forest full of shrubs, creepers, trees, barks, branches, and he saw all different types of creatures as well, all different types of birds, and all these and other trees were there among which the way could not be seen even by the birds. So many trees were there that he could not see the area one morning when he was in the forest. There in that fierce forest, deep, deep inside, full of lions, tigers, hyenas, wild animals, bears, buffaloes, elephants, deer, cobras, monkeys, all different type of animals were there. Also, Rakshasas. Santapan was terrified in his heart, and he could not decide where to go. Then, thinking, come what may, he went further, deeper into the forest. The forest is so dense with so many trees, he can't even see the direction where to go. It says, hearing the singing of crickets and hooting of owls, he moved forward about 5 steps. And it says there he saw something. Jai Jai Radharaman Hariyo, Jai Jai Radharaman Hariyo, Jai Jai Radharaman Hariyo, Jai Jai Radharaman Bihari Lal ki Jai. Says, after taking 5 steps deeper into that bush, into all the trees, seeing nowhere else to go, hearing the singing of crickets and the hooting of owls, it says he saw a corpse tied to a tree and 5 hoot. It says, Satatra vada vrikshagre snayu vadham shavam tatha darsha darshaschaiva pancha prenana sudharunam. Pret. He saw 5 ghosts eating the corpse. They were rejoicing over the feast and relishing over the corpse. And seeing the ghosts who were loudly crackling at the corpse with their fierce jaws, he was awestruck, could not move. Imagine it in the forest, and the trees are so dense you can't see sunlight. It's morning, but you can't see the sunlight. And you go deeper into the forest, you see 5 ghosts. What are you going to do? Huh? Jerry said, run. Which path you're running? He sees no direction. He's awestruck in his heart and he stopped at once. Te vilokya gadam vipra mattavi jana varjinam aham purvam yanami dvatya praduduva. When they saw that Brahmin in the lonely forest, they ran towards him. I first. They're running towards the Brahmin. They're fighting over each other. They want to be first. Teshu daivag grihimasva hastavadhapari dvaudvai padava grihitam mudhanam pancha mograhi. 2 of them caught hold of his 2 arms, and 2 caught hold of his legs, and the 5th one caught hold of his head. 5 of them. Speaking loudly in their own language, I shall eat first. And they got busy dragging him. Sahasaiva sahaivamu grahitva vyaga mandita kitta distam patau masam kriyaneti naya thalayam. Then all of a sudden they went up into the sky and they took him from there. They looked down at the corpse. Not at the Brahmin. Brahmin not there. There's a corpse and there's the Brahmin. They looked down at the corpse and they saw the corpse bitten by their jaws, and then they got down and caught hold of the corpse by legs. And thus taking hold of the body, they caught by themselves, they went up again into the sky. Then seeing himself being born in the heaven, the Brahman praised the Lord in his mind. I bow to Lord Vishnu, the holder of the Sudarshan Chakra, who is the supreme consciousness, who kept away the crocodile by throwing his discus and released the elephant Gajendra from the noose of the crocodile. May he release me from the noose of my actions. Rudra Shuddhan Bhupati Magadhe Bhimainainam Ijahayitva Purari. When the kings were captured by Magad Bhim, the Lord got them released so that they may visit Bhaga's sacrifice. May he release me from the noose of my activities. And so he praised Bhagavan. Hari Sundar Nandamukunda Hari Narayan Hariyo Hari Sundar Nandamukunda Hari Narayan Hariyo Hari Krishna Hariyo Sinta Hari Narayan Hariyo Hari Krishna Hariyo Sinta Hari Narayan Hariyo Hari Sundar Nandamukunda Narayan Thank you. ghost have him in the sky and watching down on the corpse that was bitten. He does not want to die. And he is praying to Bhagavan Shri Vishnu, save me like you saved the kings when Bhim captured them. Please save me like you saved the sacrifice. Please, O Lord. And he praised him again and again in his mind. And it says, all of a sudden, he saw the place the ghosts were carrying him. And seeing him thus carried away by the ghost, he was surprised, and without speaking anything, he followed them simply by the dint of my presence. O Garud, that Brahman felt the pleasure of riding you, O Garud. Mani bhadra stato neru gachan rishne mayapati nito chakshi swaparshva sa nita vai aksharam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. I saw Mani Bhadra going by Meru and winking at him. I took the king of Yakshas by my side, and I said to the lord of Yakshas to be active and destroy the ghosts and take away the corpse. And being instructed like this, Bhagavan Shri Vishnu is telling to Garud, instructing the Yakshas to do this, took the form of a ghost, terrific even to those ghosts, and he stretched his arms and besmeared with blood and appeared before the ghosts, challenging them. And he struck two with arms, two with legs, and one with head, and beat the ghosts with severe blows. They held that corpse, bound by hands and legs, and began to fight. And they attacked the Yaksha lord with nails and feet and jaws, and they tried to fight the Yaksha that Bhagavan Shri Vishnu sent to destroy those ghosts. And they attacked, but avoiding the attacks, the Yaksha lord snatched the body of the Brahmin as death takes away the breath. And when the corpse was snatched by Yaksha, they ran towards him. And as soon as they reached the Yaksha moving in air, the Yaksha vanished immediately in utter dejection. And they went to the Brahman. And as they were going to kill that Brahman on the mountain, they remembered their previous birth. And it happened by the glory of my position and by the nobility of the Brahman. So as they were going to destroy the Brahman, they remembered their previous birth, what happened when they were alive. And so they stopped. Bhagavan Shri Vishnu says it's because of my glory and the nobility of this Brahman that they remembered their life when they were alive. And they began to speak to the Brahman as they encircled him. So they surrounded him and they began to speak. Adya naha kshandu hosi yuktva te suradambika giri deva paravartam samud asveva sheshanam. Please excuse us today. They spoke like the echo of the mountain, of the turmoil of the stormy sea. They spoke with a heavy voice. Hearing their words, he asked, who are you? Is it simply an illusion? Am I dreaming? Or is this real? Pretovachaha avehi tattva tat preta vaikarmaja vayam brahmanavachaha kinamanam kimachara tantanje mam dasham gata. Om namo bhagavate vasudevaya govindaya namo namaha. Says, Hail, O Brahman, we shall tell you what you have asked us, O Mahayogi. We are absolved of our sins by seeing you. My name is Paryusita. He is Suchimo. The third one is Shigraha. And the fourth one is Rodha. And the fifth one is Dekha. Why are these meaningless names born out by you? Can they be derived from actions performed by you, O ghosts? No, tell us the meaning of these names. The Brahman is asking, why you have these names? Being addressed like this, says, they replied, once in a month when Shraddha is performed for the ancestors, I invited a Brahmin to my house. He arrived after I had eaten the part of food out of hunger. So before the Shraddha finished, when the ghost was alive, he eating the food before the Pandit reached to do the Shraddha. Because he is hungry. He arrived after I eaten the part of food out of hunger. Then I gave stale food to that Brahman when he came. On account of that sin, when I died, I became a ghost and got the name Paryusita, since I had given him stale food. They want to give stale food. Once, an aged woman of the Brahman caste went to the holy place, Bhagavad, and the old woman lived there with her son aged 5 years. I, being a Kshatriya pretender, stopped her in wilderness and became a robber. And I took her son and I wrapped him around my head and wanted to leave. I saw a little boy drinking from a jar in that wilderness. Only that much water was there. I frightened the boy from drinking water, and being thirsty myself, I began to drink from the jar. And the boy died of thirst. And the mother was struck with grief. She died because her son died by throwing herself into a dry well. O Brahman, by that sin, I became a ghost with mouth as small as the hole of a needle and body as huge as a mountain. Although I get food, I cannot eat. And although I burn with hunger, my mouth is contracted. And since my mouth I have a hole equal to that of a needle, I am known as Suchimo. So the first ghost, he gave stale food, become a ghost. Nobody did his job. The second ghost, it says, he killed a boy because he took the water from him and the boy died of hunger. And so, because of this, his mouth became small and became Suchimo. Now the third one is saying, I was a rich businessman and I went to a distant country for business. And I was accompanied by a friend who was a partner in business. And he was rich, but he was greedy. Then, due to bad luck, we fared badly in business and our money was lost. Then we started from there traveling in a boat. Just as the sun was about to set, we began to cross the river. My friend was tired due to labor and he slept in my lap. Then a thought entered my mind. I threw my friend sleeping in my lap into the river. Nobody in the boat knew anything about my lap. And I got hold of his belongings, jewels, rubies, gold, and returned home. So because he lost his money, he friends sleeping in his lap, threw him over the boat, take his money, his jewels, everything he had. And I kept that all in my house and told his wife, my brother has been taken away by robbers on the way and robbed of his wealth. And I ran away and escaped. She was overwhelmed with grief and burnt herself in the fire. Then, seeing my path was without obstruction, I returned home gladly. I enjoyed my friend's wealth to my heart's content. And since throwing my friend into the river, I returned home quickly. I am called Shigra, O Brahman. So that's the third ghost. The fourth ghost said, by the king's favor, I owned 100 villages. I had old parents and a young brother. Very soon, my brother was estranged from me by a greedy person, and I stopped giving him food and clothes. He suffered too much at my hands. My parents gave him something secretly, and whatever they gave him, I learned from my close confidants that they gave him this. And I bound my parents with iron chains and in a deserted temple. And being miserable, they ended their life by drinking poison. And the boy who was left all alone wandered here and there, expired, he died. By the sin, O Brahman, I have become a ghost. Since I changed my parents, I was called Rodha, not as a fourth ghost. Well, I was formerly, I was a Brahman in Avanti. I was authorized to worship the deities of Bhadra King. There were many images with different names. On their bodies they wore gold and jewels. While worshipping them, an evil thought entered into me. Piercing their bodies with an iron rod, I took out jewels from their eyes. And when the king saw the images in that state, and their eyes without jewels, he became inflamed like fire. Then he vowed, O Brahman, and said, whosoever has stolen gold and jewels from these images, if known, will be killed. So he stole gold and jewels from murtis and pictures. Knowing all that, one night with a sword in hand, I entered the king's palace and I struck him dead. I then took jewels and gold and went away at midnight. Then in the deep forest a tiger put on me his nails, and since I had incised the images with iron rod, I was known as Wake Up. So the tiger killed him when he went into the forest, and he became a ghost. No one did his shroud. Brahman said, "You have told us facts about your names. Now let us know about your way of life as ghosts as well as your food." And it says, the Pretas continue. Krishna Govinda Hare Murari He Nath Narayana Vasudeva. We trouble the person who does not perform shran or tarpan. We eat all types of different dirty things and not hear about our food, which is most despicable in the world. Something of this you have already seen. We shall now tell you something unknown to you. All different types of liquids that come out of the human body, this is what we eat and drink. Do not ask us further, O Brahman. We are ashamed to tell you about our food. We are ignorant in the dark, fools and puzzled. Suddenly have we remembered about our previous births. We are neither humble nor wild, and we know nothing. And when the ghost was speaking thus, the Brahman was hearing. And it says, Bhagavan Sri Vishnu showed his form. When that Brahman saw before him the Purushottam of his heart, he praised Bhagavan Shri Vishnu with hymns and fell prostrate before that Lord. Those ghosts too trembled with eyes wide open in surprise. Eva Dujato Prabhuvati Prabhutam Prabheshta Mukhya Varacharyukte. Their voice muttered with affection. Still they could not speak. Bow to you who released the cruel from Rajas and the stupid from Tamas. Thus being uttered by the Brahman, that mountain was adorned with 6 shining aerial cars moving at my will and attended by celestial beings. Ipvam vimanena maniya lokam gatto dvija rasotaya pancha mistai pretayayu sarvagamanna punam sattva sankarasam. By that Viman, the Brahman went to my abode along with the 5 ghosts, and the ghosts went to heaven by virtue of their association with the Brahman. Living in heaven along with the ghosts, that Brahman Santapan became my famous Gan called Vishwakshena. Thus I have told you everything, O Garud. So it says, these 5 ghosts, when they were alive, did terrible things. And no one did their shroud, and they became ghosts living in the forest, eating horrible things. And so they met this Brahman. They were going to kill the Brahman. But the Brahman praised Bhagavan Shri Vishnu, and Vishnu saved them by giving them the memory of their life when they were alive. And so they told the Brahman of their story, what they had done. They confessed everything they had did. And because they associated with the Brahman, because they were there with a holy person, they too attained heaven with Bhagavan Shri Vishnu. Bhagavan Shri Vishnu blessed them, manifested himself, that divine Purushottam, and they attained heaven. It says, Bhimu Satasanga Vivekana Hoi Ram Kripa Vinu Surama Soi. Satasang, what is Satasang? Satasang is being in the company of? What is Bhutasang? In Shiv Puran, the Bhutasang is coming up. Bhutasang is the company of ghosts. The Brahman was in Bhutasang, but the ghosts were in Satasang. They were in the company of truth. Satya is truth. They were in the company of nobility. So if you are in the company of Rakshas or Rakshas-minded people or negative people, how will you become? If you are in Bhutasang, how will you become? You become like a Bhutu. You eat and drink everything like that. But if you are in the company of Satasang, eat and drink what the saints and sages. You do what the saints and sages are doing. You know, there's a story about this king. He was a prince. He grew up with the saints and sages in the forest. His father, who was the king, sent him there to learn from the saints and sages. And when his father died, he became the king. And he made a law that no saint or sage will be taxed by his kingdom. So when the soldiers went to collect gold, the saints and sages did not have to pay. But when the blacksmith and the jeweler, the shoemaker, and all those different type of people heard this, they say, I just put on a dhoti and a kurta, and I offer things in the havan, I will be a saint and I will have to pay tax. Then I don't have to make any shoe or make any jewelry or make all these different things. Everybody put on dhoti and kurta, they offer in the havan, they chant mantras. When the soldiers came and said, no, I'm a saint. Can't give you any tax. No gold here. So all the soldiers came back, they had no gold. Everybody in the kingdom is a saint. The king says, okay, but a few months pass by, he's not getting any gold. He has to take care of the kingdom. The gold reserves are running low. He doesn't know what to do. He calls one of his friends. His friend comes from another kingdom. His friends say, you have to announce that I'm a temporary king, and you have to lock yourself in your room, in your throne room. He says, okay. He calls all the people of the kingdom to the courtyard. He announced that that his friend is the temporary king. And he goes and he locks himself in the throne room. The first day, the temporary king announces, the king is sick. Everybody says, oh my God, the king is sick. If he's dying and another king comes, that other king might remove the law and we'll all have to work again. Let's go home and offer some mantras in the fire and pray to God so that that king will live. Second day, the temporary king, he calls all of them to the courtyard again. He says the king is dying and he needs the liver of a saint. Everybody watching each other. Who's a saint? They take out the dhoti and the Puran, they go on making shoe, making iron, making all these different things. Jewelry. When the soldiers went, they said, I thought this whole kingdom had saints. They say, no, here's the taxes, Everybody they collected taxes from. But the soldiers, they didn't know that the king is healthy. They thought the king is actually dying. So they don't want the king to die. They're going all about, they're going to the forest now. And they see a guy coming from the forest. And he has an aura to him. By just meeting him, their day is better. And he's coming towards them. And he says, I heard that the king is dying and he needs the liver of a saint. They say, yes, the king is dying, he needs the liver of a saint. You look like a saint. He said, I don't know if I'm a saint. But the king helped everyone in the forest, that we don't have to work and pay taxes, that we can chant our mantras and do our job and do our Paksha and chant mantras and offer to the fire for the benefit of the whole world. So I am coming to give him my liver. So they took that one man and brought him to the king. And the temporary king said, open your door, your throne room door. He opens the door, he says, look, this is all your taxes and this is the only saint in your kingdom. So what is a saint? That one who is selfless, who does selfless action. When the mantras are uttered by those types of individuals, they're not praying for themselves, they're not asking for anything for themselves, they're asking of things for the world. They are praying for the protection of the world. They are praying for the good of the world. And so, in this Katha, these 5 ghosts associating with that Brahman obtained heaven only because they were in Satsang. So next time, go ask her, why do you have to come to the Mandir, Baba? Why I can't stay home and pray? Is your home satsang? If your home is satsang, you stay home. But if you want to come to satsang and to mandir, where all like-minded people gather who want to worship God, you come to the mandir. You chant mantras. You know, in Shiva Mandir, we chant Om Namah Shivaya 108 times. When you come and you gather with people, and everybody chants Om Namah Shivaya one time, let's say there are 20 people here, you get the benefit of chanting Om Namah Shivaya 20 times, even though you only chanted it once. Now, times 20 by 108. Every week you come chant Mandir, you chant 108 times with everybody here. Times that by how many people are here. That's how much benefit you get. Now, if you take home and you chant, then how much benefit you get? One-time benefit. Another thing to come to the Mandir. The Mandir, the murtis have Pran Pratishta. When the murti was installed into the Mandir, the Pran, the life force, was placed into the murti by elaborate rituals. If your home has a murti with Pran Pratishta, you can't eat certain things. You cannot drink certain things. You cannot bring anybody there who eats and drinks certain things. You can't do certain things. So nobody in their house, in their right mind, does Pran Pratishtha to Murti in their house. When the Pandit comes to your house, he does Pran Pratishtha on the deity. Bring the live horse there, and then removes the Pran when the puja is complete. But in the Mandir, the Pran is always there in the Murti. It is not removed. This is another reason. You know, there was another story with a Swami from India a long time ago. And the Swami had a small little mandir and a small little lingam. But the small lingam, he did Pran Pratishtha. He chanted the Pran Pratishtha mantra and did elaborate ritual to install the life force in the Murti. And when he did this, Bhagavan Shankara began to speak to him in his mind. And every day Shankara would talk to him and tell him different things and bless him and give him blessings every day. And he would go and offer milk on the lingam and bay leaf on the lingam and offer rudraksha on the lingam and offer all different types of things. And one day a foreigner came and it was in the night and the Swami sleeps in the back of the mandir outside. And the foreigner came and sat right next to the lingam inside the mandir, but the mandir is always open. And Shankara, he went into the Swami's mind and he said, somebody's sleeping next to me, get them out of here. So the Swami wakes up and he goes and he sees that foreigner sleeping next to him. And he wakes him up, he says, you can't sleep here. He said, how did you know I was here? He said, because Shankara Bhagavan, he came to me, he speaks to me all the time, and this lingam has him inside. And he told me, you are next to him, you can't be here. And so the foreigner went, he brought one of his friends, came back. He told his friends, this Murti has power. The Murti talks to the owner. So his friend, a businessman, he offers him a big sum of money to buy the lingam. And the Swami says, so. He sold his lingam. And the foreigner says, you have sold your God. He says, no. I will chant the mantra to remove the Pran. And then I will, with the money he gave me, I will build a bigger mandir and buy a bigger lingam and do Pran Pratishtha and place the life force back into the bigger lingam. And Shankara Bhagavan will be pleased. This is only a statue unless it has the Pran. Again, the Upanishads of this Pran, the five senses were fighting. The five senses were fighting each other. Without me, nobody can do anything in this body. So the eyes shut, the body could not see. But all the other five senses, all the other four senses can operate. The ears can hear, the nose can smell, the body can touch, the tongue can taste. So they say the eyes is not required. The ears shut down, the body could not hear. The eyes could still see, the mouth could still taste, the nose could still smell, the body could still feel. The body shut down, they could not feel, but the nose could still smell, the mouth could still taste, the ears could still hear, the eyes could still see. They each shut down, one by one, and still the other senses could work. And then as they were fighting and saying, without me, nobody, this body cannot operate, the Pran began to leave the body. And the eyes shut down, the ears shut down, the nose shut down, the body shut down, the mouth shut down, everything shut down while the Pran was leaving. And they began to scream, you are the one, come back, come back. Without you, I cannot operate, this body cannot operate. And so the Pran, the life force, came back into the body. And all of them, the eyes, the ears, the nose, the mouth, the body, could operate again. This is Pran, this is life force. And so, as we go back to Garud Puran, Bhagavan Shri Vishnu manifested himself and gave liberation to those 5 ghosts and the Brahman. It was only because of association with this Brahman, only because the Brahman praised Bhagavan Shri Vishnu, remembered his name, that this happened. We must always remember the name of God, no matter what. If anything good is happening, some people they forget the name of God. Only when bad things are happening, they remember. We can't do that. We have to always remember God, no matter if something bad or something good is happening. This Brahman, he praised Bhagavan Shri Vishnu, living in heaven along with the 5 ghosts who attained beautiful bodies in the celestial region. That Brahman, Santapan, it says, became Vishwakshena. And thus I've told you, O Garud, everything, whoever tells or hears this, O Garud, does not become a ghost. Iti Shri Garud Mahapurane Uttarakhande Vidyashe Dharma Khande Shri Krishna Garud Sanvade Preta Kalpe Pancha Preto Bhaktyanam Saptamo Adhyaya Bolo Shri Vishnu Bhagavan Ki Jai. We join in 100 chapter Bhagavan Chandra. Om Tayampakam Nidhāya Sugandhim Vishnivarnam Urvartoya Vamanāvatam Kshamāyatāt. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 से बोले सत्य सनातन धर्म